Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Antiquing in the Midwest. We are heading out to the Mega Mall antique store, I guess. I don't know if it's an antique store, but it's the Mega Mall. It is 40,000 square feet of treasures and bargains from past to present is what the sign says. I've heard good things about this place. I've heard bad things about this place. I wanted to kind of witness it myself. I don't foresee it being a bad experience. 40,000 square feet of antiques. I am ready to record. I'm ready to find some stuff. Hopefully get some stuff to bring home to resell and or just for myself as well. So yeah, I'm super excited to get into this place. It is a huge building right back there that we're going to head into. I'm hoping, that it's entertaining enough to, to film all the way through, because sometimes you get into some places that are not, but you guys never see those places. So yeah, let's get inside, check it out. Hopefully there's a ton of stuff in there, and we will let you guys know. And I hope there's no radio on so I can just talk my whole way through. So, all right, see you guys soon. Bye. It's like an old grocery store. It is. But 40,000 square feet, you would assume it's probably like an old grocery store. Just like any good antique shop, this one, of course, has some music playing. So we're going to have to do a voiceover, which is all good. So hopefully you guys get used to my voice, because this is going to be a long voiceover, because this shop was absolutely humongous. So let's start it off. First, walked in, they greeted me at the door. So that always right off the bat gets you right in the right mood to shop. And so we get going here, and there is a ton of showcases. I mean, those two rows are filled with showcases. Each showcase is a different vendor, some offering discounts, lots of great items. I was very impressed right when I walked in the door, and I thought it was really cool seeing the old grocery store feel. Walk in, and it felt like I was going to an old Felposh back in the day, if you guys remember a Felposh, if you're in Michigan. I don't know if those were nationwide or not, but yeah, that was just a great feel when I walked in. I was actually really excited to kind of see what else these guys had to offer, and I was, a little bit of a spoiler. I was very impressed by everything. All right, let's get into some of these showcases here. And again, showcases are tough to record, so I do apologize beforehand. Some of these things it's just not easy to record a showcase. But yeah, but they just had tons of great stuff. I mean, you name it, this place had it, from glassware to pottery to retro to mid-century modern. I mean, they had so many great things. The showcases were all locked up, so unless I was really interested in something, I did not ask somebody to come back and open up every showcase so I can get prices and everything. Some of the places, you actually had to call their phone number. This is how big this place is. You called the phone number to the store, and they sent somebody back to you, which I thought was crazy. Crazy to even think about. That's how big this place was. I know at the end I say I got through about 90%, and I got through 100% of the store. I got to walk it. Recording-wise, I only got to go through probably, I'd say about 70% of the store. You guys will see totals. I mean, whatever you're seeing here, if you like it, trust me, there is so much more that I didn't get a chance to record. So just know that if you're coming to this place, there is way more than I can show you, which I try to do that in every video just to give you a little taste of what it looks like rather than, everything, so you don't have to go there at all. But this pinball machine was really cool. I liked it. It's on a free play, so there was not for sale. So you just go up there and hit the button and play it. So went back and I did that. That was awesome. You know me, I'm a video game guy, so I always had to check out the video games. But this place had everything. I mean, video games to flowers and pottery. I mean, it was so cool. I was so impressed by this shop. And like I said, I know if I don't go fast enough on some, or slow enough on some of these, I mean, like I told you, I would honestly would have had like probably a 2-3 hour video of just, walking slow through this shop. Actually, probably been longer than that to actually show you guys everything. So, but yeah, as we go through here, these are all these showcases. I mean, it was like 2 huge rows of showcases full of just, this one has some nice razors, and each one had a good theme to it. It looks like whoever was running the showcases obviously have their own way of doing these things. This next one has some really cool license plates, really old, but again, everything, like I said, again, I'm going to, spoil a little bit at the end, but everything was very priced right at or a little above price, which is, typical for an antique store, in my opinion, every one I've gone through. But there's some really nice vintage toys here as well. And me being an 80s kid, this is stuff I really always look forward to. Those 70s and 80s and 90s toys are something that really catches my eye and kind of gives me that nostalgia that I always look for when I'm out doing antiquing. You know, everybody has a different form of nostalgia, and that is my form of nostalgia, is the 80s and 90s items. Yep, Budweiser Steins are always fun because I know there's a lot of collectors for them, but man, there's so many of them out there that it's pretty tough to be in that market for Budweiser Steins anymore, because the market is pretty overflowing with those items. And honestly, Budweiser stuff is not necessarily the most popular beer to collect anymore. We get a lot of people in for Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't know if you guys have heard of that beer. I'm sure most of you have, but that's probably the most sought after beer memorabilia in our market, at least. But yeah, this shop, I can't even harp on enough how big this place is. As I'm turning here and looking up, now there's not only those 2 aisles of showcases, but then if you look up and down these aisles, you'll see there is like A through P of rows of different booths and items. I mean, this... Like when they say 40,000 square feet, they weren't lying. They packed this place full. But it's, as you guys can see, it's easily shoppable. I mean, you guys, there's so much room to get up and down each of these places. I mean, it really makes it so much easier to place because there's a lot of people there. So it made it really easy to shop around people and be able to see everything and not have to move to the side and, inch my way through things. I mean, it was really well set up. And like I said, I was very, very impressed by everything the Mega Mall had to offer. I mean, and it'll reflect in its ranking near the end. But yeah, tons of coins too. Those are another thing I've seen a lot of, was a lot of coins. I'm not a coin collector because to me, coins, when you're collecting coins, they pretty much go for value every time. Rarely do you get a $40 coin that goes for anything less than $38 to $42 anyway. So, I mean, it really makes it tough to get into the coin market. So unless you can buy them in bulk from a seller, I mean, that's usually the only time I've ever had luck with coins, is buying them that way. So, it's just one of those things where I like looking at them. I think they're really cool. We have a really nice display in our store, but it's just nothing I ever could get into. And right there is always big too. There was discounts throughout this store. And as much as you guys might not think that makes a big deal, it really does. It really helps with the prices. Sometimes I think one of the items I got was 75% off. But 20, 30, 10, I mean, it really doesn't matter. A discount is a discount, and it's something that really makes it a lot easier to shop a store, honestly. Now we start getting into the rows. The small row, the 2 rows of showcases, but now we're getting into the rows of actual booths. I mean, it was so overwhelming. I could see how people honestly could spend 4 or 5 hours in this place and still not even come close to seeing everything they want to see. I mean, there was just so much stuff. I mean, it was awesome. Like I said, I was here for multiple hours. And again, it only reflects in this 30-minute video because I don't want to give everything away. I want you guys to come out and shop this place and do your own shopping, because I think that would be, definitely one you're not going to want to miss out on. But yeah, as we're shopping through here, I want to show you guys, or tell you guys too, and I know I talk about it at the end, but we do have our May 6th 66 Unique Antique Festival coming up. I'm hoping to see a lot of you guys there. That if you're in the Midwest, it's going to be an awesome event to come see. We got about 80 flea market vendors that are going to be lining the streets. We have a live auction going on, wood carving demonstrations. We have cornhole tournament, food trucks, face painting. Being our first year, we don't want to go too overboard, but we wanted to have this really big festival that's really going to, celebrate antiques in our area and also offer people opportunities that they don't usually get a chance to get to. If you're scared to go to an auction, if you're not sure how it goes, this gives you a chance to go to see an auction, but also do a lot of shopping at a flea market as well, which is going to be, I think, really helpful for a lot of people too, because sometimes auctions can be kind of intimidating, sitting up there and having to bid, and this way you can be able to see it and not be so scared and know that it's not such a scary thing. We have a really good auctioneer that's going to be running this, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun, something for you guys to come see and, hopefully be a part of. I think this is, then we're going to have all of us there as well. So me and Amber and Eliza and pretty much our whole family will be there. We have a lot of helpers. So if you ever wanted to come out and meet us and hang out and, also have a great time, that should be a good time to do it. That May 6th event is going to be so much fun. We are so excited to be putting something like this on, and the village is working with us to make sure we can shut down M66. I mean, it's going to be a blast, and I hope I get to see a lot of you guys there. And again, like I always say, don't hesitate to come up and say hi to me. I am very approachable. Don't think I am not. Like I said, just come up and say hi. We'll be busy, but it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to meet a lot of you guys too. So if you guys are planning on coming up and seeing us at some point, our May 6th event is going to be amazing, and it's going to be a great opportunity for you to come do that. But yeah, a lot of nice depression glass, you know, you get the pink, the green, you know, all normal stuff that we see at a lot of places. You know, like I told you guys before anymore, it seems like I'm always hunting for the unique items, those one-of-a-kind pieces for our shop that, you know, really, you know, can be a landmark where people are like, hey, that's the place that has this kind of stuff. So, you know, because if I was looking for Fenton and ball jars and, you know, depression glass, I can find that everywhere I go that have that stuff, you know. And if I get it for a good deal, yeah, I'll pick it up, but most of the time it's priced where it needs to be. And it's just, for me, you know, it's not nothing that tickles my fancy for the, you know, using an old saying like that. That was a really cool old sign though. We had about $1,100 on it, so I was looking at it because I was really interested in that. But man, I can't do $1,200. That's quite pricey. But I will tell you guys about this fun story we actually just had. We were doing an online auction, and it was they had a bunch of taxidermied items, and we were bidding on a muskox, a full-size muskox. If you guys don't know what one of those looks like, you should definitely look it up, because I mean, it's a really cool piece. Hold up, though. Really cool neon signs here. We've been looking for a neon guy in our store for a long time. So if you're looking for, you know, somebody that does neon and you're wanting to do a booth, make sure you get a hold of me. But back to my story. So we had this muskox, and we were bidding. We bid up to $875 for this full-size muskox, and we thought we were going to get it amongst other taxidermied items. Ended up getting outbid at the end. Super disappointed. Then we seen the 8-foot swordfish. We're like, oh my God, this would look amazing in the store. So we're really excited about that. Of course, got outbid at that. I think we went to $375. It sold for $395. I mean, there were so many cool things on this auction. I wish I could, you know, live stream an online auction with you guys, because I think that would be a lot of fun. You guys would be able to see a lot of great stuff. I mean, you'd be surprised how good of a deals you can get on, you know, live or online auctions like that. But yeah, so we had this plan of having all this taxidermy in the store that was so cool and unique. And then, you know, we had all the bids. We had 4 different taxidermy items we were going to bring in. And then within the last 10 minutes, we got outbid on every one of them, and they skyrocketed in price. There was a moose head that sold for $1,500. I mean, that was just outrageous. There's no way we could go to that price. But that was something I found interesting as well. Just, you know, come with some of the prices on some of that stuff. But hopefully you guys don't mind me not talking too much about the store. I mean, this, you know, this showcase of the store was really just to me, the view of it alone was enough. I mean, and, you know, when I say unique stuff, I didn't see a ton of unique stuff. There's a couple cool things, I think, coming up here that I was looking at. But yeah, it is. It's the, nope, no, it's not. Not there yet. Sorry about that. But there's a cool little ballerina piece I've seen that was kind of cool. I was interested in, but again, just not the right price. It was like, I think it was like $200-$300. I mean, it was just not there enough where I can, to get it and bring it back to the store and eventually have to sell it, but, you know, display it in a store and make it look good for a while. But yeah, tons of Hot Wheels coming up here. Oh man, I got a couple guys that do Hot Wheels. These Hot Wheels, we've been selling Hot Wheels at the store $2 a piece like crazy lately. So I mean, that's something I do look at, but no, you never find them for $2 a piece. You always find them for, you know, $2 to $5 a piece, and, you know, all the time. And so you can't do nothing with them. If I can get them for 50 cents, something like that, that's something I'm always interested in looking at, but never can find them for that price. It seems like I always find them for the prices of way super, $2 to $5, and that's just, can't do it. I can't go that high on them. I got a Hot Wheels guy that coaches me on what to spend on some of these things. So yeah, we go through. I think I found a piece of Pyrex here, if I remember right. Yeah, no, it's not a Pyrex. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Sorry about that. I didn't see what I was looking at there, but I know there's a piece of Pyrex I was looking at over here. But I do end up buying stuff from this place, but mostly it was all stuff for me and Amber, which I do show you guys at the end of this video, which we did find some really cool stuff, I thought. Next time I told Amber I'm going to bring her with me, because she has such a different eye for things than I do. So getting her point of view, and she will be coming on a lot of these with me coming shortly. We actually have, one of our vendors will be working at the store. So we're going to be able to, actually have, me and Amber going out and doing these antiquing in the Midwest. And I think seeing our perspectives is going to be something very interesting because of what I look for and what she looks for and what she wants to spend and what I want to spend are just absolutely totally different. So it's something to really, interesting, because it just shows you that everybody has a different perspective on prices. From me to Amber to you to, in the comment section, I hear all the time what I should buy or what the price was. And, and it's just because a lot of times, everybody has different knowledge and they have different ideas of what's a great deal and what's not. So, I mean, that's something I always find interesting is, there's the Pyrex there. But again, it's just a little too pricey. But, I like the different perspectives people have on what to buy and what not to buy. Because even areas, I mean, this area is about 50 minutes from our shop. And they have prices that are totally different. Stuff I would price higher and stuff that I would think, wow, that's a really high price. But I'm sure they sell because there's a bunch of stuff going out of their booths. So it's just really interesting to see the different markets and what people price stuff at and what they can sell it at. So... But yeah, as you guys have noticed in these videos, if you are in this video, how well each booth is set up. They do such a great job of displaying their items as well as, price wise and giving you a nice look as you're going through and seeing stuff. It makes me want to stop. And like I said, as you'll see, I stop in most booths because each one of them has an inviting feel to it. They have decorated really well. They're displayed really well. And so it makes you want to go in and check out more. And that's a huge deal when it comes to setting up a booth, is making sure all your stuff is, well displayed, and you can go in there and actually make a valiant effort of looking through everything and seeing what everybody has to offer. And as you see, some of these booths packed full. I mean, there's just, like I told you, there's so much to look at. I mean, it's really hard. Like right there, I believe that's about a $300 or $400 muskrat, if I remember right. It was crazy. I mean, that's the unique stuff I'm looking for, though. That kind of stuff I always get drawn to that. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it's something that always, piques my interest. And actually, coming up here too, we just got a phone call today about a lady that's dad passed away, and they wants us to come out and go through. She has 5 barns as well as a house to go through. So you guys will see that video here probably coming up within the next week or so. That video is going to be really, really exciting. I'm excited to go out and record for that and see what we can do there. You guys make sure you look forward to that as well. But yeah, look at those. Like I said, aisleways are just huge, very shoppable. Like I said, was very happy with this place. Yep, like I said, you better just allot yourself a lot of time to go through. I mean, there was so much. But 50% off, again, so many discounts too. Very well, very easily to buy at this place. You could have bought a lot, which is great too when you're going through antique shops like this. That's a nice little display cabinet there, a display right there. I like that. Look at that thing. Yeah, it's a nice display. I like that. Like I said, as I told you guys before, there's people really when you put dedication into your booth, it really makes it, more like you want to come in and buy stuff because they put effort into what they're displaying and what they're putting out there. That's always good to see. So that's one thing we don't do in our store. We don't let people paint the walls or nothing because then you're going to get the rainbow look, and that's something we always try to avoid. Yep, this place is full of a lot of vintage games as well. Like I said, the board games and toys. I mean, it was very, very, very awesome to see. Like I said, because that's the stuff I'm getting into, and it's always bad when an antique store is starting to hold stuff that you're nostalgic to. So I've always had a lot of customers come in and be very like, oh man, I grew up with that, and I always feel so disappointed that they grew up with the stuff that's in an antique store now. But that's how I'm starting to feel, because some of these stuff I grew up with is starting to show up in antique stores. So that's always funny to see, but I don't care. It doesn't ever bother me. Age is not a big deal with me. I'm very happy to grow old. That's not a hindrance in my book. But yeah, I'd honestly would say if there is something you're looking for, I guarantee this place has it, man. They have so much stuff. I mean, when they say 40,000 square feet, you better believe they have any kind of topic that you're looking for. They definitely have. And again, with this video, me having to cut through it as well, I don't get to show you everything. And I can't show you everything because that's pretty much impossible with a place like this. But as you're seeing 30 minutes of it, I was there for well over 2 hours. So that should show you right there that you're missing so much of what I got to see, because I don't want you guys to have to watch an hour and a half video. And this is where the ballerina comes in. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't think it's old, but I thought it was kind of cool. Man, it's $229, I think, or something like that. Just a little out of our range, but I always look for those kind of unique items, and just anything that lights up, people talk about. That's always the stuff you want in your store, because you want people to always be talking about what you're offering, what you can do, and anything that's going to make people remember your shop and want to come back and visit and show friends and tell friends. That's always something that's that we always look for, especially when we're out doing, when we're out buying as well. Oh, there's a basset hound there. I always look for those. That one's priced, I think it was like $18. So I didn't get a chance to get that one. And like I said, we're always looking for basset hound stuff. That's always something. If you're in our house, you'll see a lot of basset hounds and turtles and bloodhounds. And, that's something we always look for as well. And yes, you hear the click-clacking of Norman in the background. But yeah, there's about another 2-3 minutes of me getting to be able to walk around and show you guys everything here. Again, not showing you guys everything because, man, there was so much here. But, man, this is well worth a few-hour trip of coming out and seeing a place. This would be the one I'd recommend for sure. That and the Lake Odessa Antique Mall, of course. That was another big one I really like to visit. Yep, sorry guys, I said there's only so much to talk about on these videos. I mean, like I said, you're going to see everything. When you go to an antique store, you see a lot of the same stuff, so it's always waiting for that unique items. You're always going to see the dishes and the glasses, and, there's always a lot of the same stuff there. So, with me going through and seeing the stuff, it's a lot of stuff I see, on the daily, pretty much, when I go to these different shops and malls and whatnot. So, I really hope. The one thing that did hold this place back from getting, the highest of high ranks is the high quality. There wasn't the quality was good. It's not a ton of high, unique stuff, which, that's not expected either. That's, for your normal antique buyer, this is an amazing shop. For me, I always try to find those really cool, unique stuff that I never see anywhere else. And that's, wasn't always, you always get a chance to get that at every place you go to. So, but this place had so much. But yeah, we got to see, that's another thing I've seen a lot. I see there was a ton of Playboys at this place. And that's just, I always felt awkward to people that bought the stuff, that bought Playboys. Whether at auctions, I always see them buying them, and it always looks like so ashamed to be buying them. But you can make some really good money off Playboy magazines, honestly. We've sold them on eBay. We've sold them. We don't sell them in the store, really, because they're tough to display. But, we've sold them on online. We've sold them on Facebook, online auctions. I mean, actually go really well. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the walkthrough on this. And trust me, you're not seeing everything. There is so much more to this place. All right, guys, Mega Mall is in the books. I don't know what people are saying. That place was awesome. Holy cow, 40,000 square feet. Camera went out before I could even finish the whole store. That was nuts. But I got 90% of the store, so don't think you missed out on too much, even though I do skip through the video as well, because if not, it would have been, gosh, probably an hour and a half, 2-hour video. I would assume that's how long I was there for. So, all right, let's get into the rankings here. All right, we're going to go shoppability. Or actually, no, let's go customer service. Customer service, perfect. Walked into the door, got greeted when I walked in the door. Was greeted multiple times as I was walking through. They carried stuff up to the front for me, so I didn't have to hold on to it. 100% great on customer service. No issues at all there. Very nice. No problems at all. Shoppability, great. Huge walkways. There's a lot there. I mean, so they make little small booths out of all these, so it's hard to navigate for a camera. But just shopping as a normal person, perfect. Not a problem at all. Shoppability was good. Price wise, I would say they're at or a little above the price, but they were not, for an antique store, they were not super high priced. They were not overpriced. I thought you could easily go in there and buy stuff because there's so many different vendors there. I bought a bunch of stuff, so I'll show you guys here in a minute what I bought, but and a lot of it stuff was for me. So I mean, for doing that, that's pretty well as well, because I'm a reseller, obviously, so I always try to find deals. So if I was to buy a bunch of stuff, it's actually a pretty good deal. So price wise, very impressed. Size of the store, very impressed. What else do we look at? Quality of items was really good. I mean, you got anywhere from your newer stuff to thrift to vintage to antique to super antique, old signs, I mean, figurines, unique stuff. I mean, that place had everything. But for 40,000 square feet, you better have everything, because my gosh, that is something that's really hard to come by too. But they do look like they do outdoor flea markets too, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so let's go and let's rank it. I don't normally do this, I don't think, because they're not in the, we don't shop through the booklet all the time. But with these guys are going into the rankings. I would say, gosh, it's going to be a battle between 1 and 2. Honestly, I really like the Mega Mall. I thought that was a great place to shop at. So if I'm going to go between 1 and 2, I got to look at the Lake Odessa Antique Mall and go from there and think how I want to rank them to that. I would say the Mega Mall goes to number 1. That's a big move, because I like the Lake Odessa Antique Mall. I think that's a great place to shop at. But the Mega Mall was pretty much double the size of the Lake Antique Mall. And I really liked... No, don't make me think about it now. I got to think about it. You know what? No. The Lake Odessa Antique Mall is going to stay number 1, because then I started thinking more about the quality of items. Lake Odessa Antique Mall had, I think, better quality items, and that does mean a lot to me too. So here it is: Lake Antique Mall number 1, Mega Mall number 2, number 3 goes to Bonanza Antique still. So yes, number 2 on the list, still very good. But the more I did think about it, I did like the Lake Antique Mall more because of the quality of items. I think they had better quality of antique items there. So the Lake Odessa Antique Mall is going to hold on to number 1. But the Mega Mall definitely slides into number 2, and then Bonanza Antiques 3, Boardroom 4. So this is definitely a shop you guys want to come out and see. If you guys are in the Lansing area, this place is amazing. Great place, great customer service, tons of stuff there to shop. You're going to be there for a long time, but there's a lot of stuff there. So yeah, guys, very happy. Okay, let me show you what I got real quick. Amber collects these flocked deer for Christmas. So she got this guy. We paid $4.50 for that. I always get the Funko Pops if they're less than $5, because we sell them for $15 all the time. So it's hard. I know they're newer, but Newman from Seinfeld, if you guys pay attention to Seinfeld, I think he'll go sell fast. I'll get $12, $15 for him. Paid $3 for him. You can't beat it. I mean, you really can't. There was also too Mega Mall, lots of discounts and booths. That is huge. Because I say that because the Newman was actually 50% off. It was No, it was actually 75% off, because it was $15. I got it for $3. So again, discounts everywhere too. Huge plus. Still doesn't get to number 1, but a huge plus too at the Mega Mall. A lot of discounts. And if you guys probably don't know these, because I'm a nerdy wrestler collector guy. If I can get it off there we go. These are called LJN wrestlers. There we go. I'm trying to collect all of them. They go from like 1984 through like 89. So this is Tito Santana, if you guys are familiar with wrestlers. Picked him up for $18, which is pretty much the going rate for those guys. Then I got a few books. Again, as you guys told you before, wrestling fan. So always got the autobiographies. Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist. Also a video game collector. So picked up a nice Sega Saturn Daytona USA. And then also a superhero collector. I mean, so there's a show on NBC back then called Heroes. I always pick up those if I see them. I like reading those every once in a while. I like graphic novels. So yeah, there it was, man. That was a long video. So I do apologize, but I guarantee this one was at length, and I didn't. The way I recorded, I don't know if I got everything great with the showcase. Showcases are tough to record. So yeah, I am stoked. Very awesome place. Number 2 on the list. Highly recommend you go see the Mega Mall. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget, May 6th. 66 Unique Antique Festival, Nashville, Michigan. We have a live live auction, flea market, 70+ vendors, food trucks, wood carving demonstrations, face painting. I mean, name it. We got a cornhole tournament. We got a lot of great things going on. So May 6th, if you guys want to follow us, go on to Facebook and go to search 66 Unique Antique Festival. That's where we're going to post all the information on that. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys get some time, you want to come out and see us, come out and get your antique fix on M66. See you guys later.